Open the Android Studio and click on create new project. Afterwards, here you have to select the empty activity, click on next. Then now you have to give the name of your application. So here I am giving the name as Kisan GUI, because we are fetching the data or using the API of Government of India, that's why GUI. Then you must select the language as Java. Okay, so afterwards we are going to click on finish, and then the project is built up. And now we have to go to the manifest, in which Android manifest.xml is a file where we have to add few permissions that are required for this application. Okay, so after this manifest tag and before the application tag, within this area we are going to add some permissions. So we are going to use users permission, and here we are going to use internet, so that's why internet permission, then close tag. Afterwards one more permission is there, and it is related to location, as location is an important factor for this app. Okay, so now one more, and let me search out for it, the location, and it is file. That the first one is file location, and now the course location. Okay, so afterwards one more permission is needed. Let me see within this suggestion box what it is. So let me go through it and then select it. Okay, so I think the right external storage is that, then close it. Okay, so the permissions are added successfully. Now go to the Gradle script and then build Gradle module, where we have to add few dependencies which are very required for this application. So after the implementation and before test implementation, we are going to add the dependencies here only. Okay, so first of all you have to type implementation, then the dependency, and here I'm going to use the dependency from Google for the material design. Okay, so let me type the version here. Actually every dependency have its own version, so the version is 1.2.1. okay, afterwards one more dependency is being added here, and this dependency is from Android X, and it is for the recycler view. Okay, so let me add it, recycler view. Then we have to give the version for this dependency also. Okay, so now the version, that is 1.1.0. okay, so now one more dependency I will be adding up here, and it is also from that Android X, and it is for swipe refresh layout. Okay, so let me add it here, swipe refresh layout. And you have to give the name of the version for this swipe refresh layout dependency. So the version is 1.1.0. okay, so the dependencies are added successfully. Now I will be clicking on sync now, and it is being downloaded. So afterwards we are going to the XML part first. Okay, so now I have to wait for some time. So okay, so everything is good right now, and here we are within this resources. We have to add some drawable things, so we will be clicking on this vector assets. So we are needing some icons here, so the icons are being loaded here. Okay, so let me search it out. So I will be needing the search button here, sorry, the back button. So the back button is there. I will be just clicking on OK, then clicking on next, and afterwards finish. Okay, so one more icon we are going to add, that is search button, search icon. And now do the same, right click, then vector assets from new, and then click on this icon and search here for the search icon. Okay, so I think this is that one. Okay, next, and then you just have to click on finish. Okay, so it is added, both icons are added. So I will be just removing this tint so that the color of the icon changes to the white, and I will be doing the same for the back icon also, removing the tint from here also. Okay, so now I am here within this layout and I have to add some new layouts also. So right click here, and afterwards you have to add some new layout resource file. So click on that, and now you have to give the name of your layout file. So I will be just adding here app bar layout. Okay, so then click on OK, and after that we need one more, so do the same, and then I have to add the name that GUI item. Okay, so it is also good, and then click on OK. So now you can see that both the resource layout files are added here. Now I am in this GUI item and I have to design this by XML coding. Okay, so let me do this. First of all, let me just adjust the screen so that you can see the implementation part as well as the coding part. Okay, so now I have to add some views here, some new views, and first of all let me change this property from match parent to wrap content of layout height of the parent constraint layout. Okay, so here we are going to add some new views. Like first of all we are going to add the text view with width and height as wrap content respectively. Afterwards we have to give the ID for this text view, and the ID is item name view. Okay, so now here we have to add few more properties to this text view, such that margin from the start is given as 16 dp and margin from the top side is given as 8 dp and margin from the bottom is also given as 16 dp. Now we have to add some styling or some text here. First of all we are adding the text as potato, so the commodity name will be there, like now the text color is there, so we have to make it somewhat fancier. That's why I got to add something, but that doesn't work here, so I have to add something else, like use this Android library in which colors are there. So just go for it and using orange color. Okay, orange dark. So this is added, and now the text size is 20 sp. Okay, so sp is different from dp. Okay, so 21. So this is for the styling the text, and now you have to add some more styling, like make it bold. You can see in the right side of your screen it is implemented here. And now you have to add some properties which are related to the parent constraint layout. So according to that parent layout, this view will be adjusted in the screen. That's why we are using the properties of constraint layout here, like where we have to adjust this text view. So a layout constraint bottom to bottom is from parent, and start to start is also parent, and top to top is also parent. Okay, so it is done. Right now you have to just copy this code, and then just have to paste it here, Ctrl C and Ctrl V. Okay, So now you have to change the ID name as item price. Okay, so the commodity name and then the commodity price will be there. So here we have to make change in some properties also, like from margin from the top is being set it as 16 dp, and then the text is also changed, like make it 2000. Okay, so now the text styling, like somewhat text color, we should change this. So what color we are going to get is purple here for this. And now the text size, I think the size is good for this. And then we have some properties like make it bold or not. This is completely your decision. So you can if you want to remove this line, like text style should not be bold, then you can remove. Also you have to modify some constraint layout properties, like I have removed two of them. Now I'm adding end to end of parent. As you can see, it is moved to the right side. And now one more thing is needed, so I just remove this bold property, so the text is not bold anymore. And then I should take some margin from the right side also. So here I can do this. Okay, margin from the end, I should make it 5 dp so that it is somewhat good. Okay, so this text view is almost completed. Now I just have to copy it. So just copy it, Control C, and then just have to paste it, Control V. Change the ID name here. So item place, like commodity name, commodity price, and in which area the commodity price is there. So for that we are adding the location. That's why we have added the location in the manifest permissions for the location. Okay, so now the text we have to add here. So I just add the text as Amritsar. Okay, so now I just have to add three things, like two things: Amritsar, the district name, and the state name. Amritsar is located in Punjab, India. Okay, and now I have to change the color also. So let me change the color to that green dark. Okay, now the text size is there, so I think text size is good. And now we just have to add some more properties of constraint layout. So first of all, remove the older ones, and now we are going to just add something like constraint start to start off, and we are selecting it as parent. And afterwards, one more property we are going to add here, like top to bottom of, and here we have to give the ID for the particular layout, like item name view. So here you can see in the right side it is looking good. And now you just have to copy this text view. So just copy it, Control C, and then Control V, paste it here. Okay, so now as we are there, so we have to change the ID. So I'm changing the wrong ID. Okay, so here we have to change it here. So what ID name, like item date. Okay, so date is also an important factor when you are getting the list of commodities as per the price and location. So as prices changes daily or on a 7-day basis or 30-day basis, that's why date is necessary. Okay, so all these things like place and commodity name, price, and even the date will come from API that is provided by Government of India. Okay, so here I am adding the date here. like this format. And now I just have to change the color of the text for this text view having ID item date. So first of all, let me change the text size. Okay, so make it 12, and then that of the previous one is 18 sp. Okay, and now let me see what I have to add here. So for now, you can see that it is being matched up in the right side of your screen, so we just have to remove this property, and we just have to add something here like parent. And now one more property, so that it can come to its perfect position, so like end to end of, and it is parent. So it is being added here, but it is not visible, and it is due to, let me check out what is now making it stopping there. Now it is okay, so I have added something wrong, like bottom to bottom of. Now it is visible, you can see in the right side of your screen, but I have to change the color of this text. Okay, so let me change it and make it to that gray. Okay, so not green, I don't need green color here, I just have to need the gray color. So let me see where it appears. First of all, change the margin so that it must look good. Okay, make it 11 is quite good. Okay, so the color is also good. And now just I am scrolling down. If you have messed up at anywhere, then you can pause the video and correct the code. Let me remove this extra space. Okay, so I have removed the extra space, and this text view is completed. Now I am out of this particular layout design, and now I am in the app bar layout. So we just have to follow some step to design this also, like you have seen previously in the previous layout. So what we have to add here, we have to think out firstly, and then we are going to add. Okay, so now let me see what goes on here, and you can see that this is the constraint layout of this app bar layout. So first of all, let me check it out what we are needed at that time. Okay, so remove this whole thing. Afterwards, you have to add a toolbar here. Okay, so now I have added that toolbar, and within this toolbar we need some XMLNS properties, and one of them is this, other one is this, and few more properties are being needed for this toolbar, like what should be the width of this toolbar. So let me add it to match parent, and the height should be custom, it should be 60. Okay, so 60 dp is quite good. And now the background color. Okay, so we are just going to add the color here. So what kind of color what we want, like I think a purple one is the good one here. So let me see. So blue and purple is good. Okay, so I have added the purple. So now few more properties, like clip to padding should be true, and then the content description, no, content inset start should be 10 dp, and the other one is content inset, and it should inset start with navigation, it should be also 10 dp. Okay, so first of all let me remove this error. now you can see that it is error free. You can add this, and this is completed. And right now we are going to the main activity part. Okay, so here we are just going to design it as we have designed the previous ones. So this is the easy part, don't worry about it. And let me go to this, just adjust the screen here. So as you can see that we are already having the constraint layout, and within this text view is given. So let me remove this text view. Okay, so the text view is removed, and what we need here, we need the recycler view within this constraint layout. So let me add that recycler view here with width and height as 0 dp and 0 dp respectively. I have to give the ID for this recycler view. I just have given the recycler view and V is capital within this. Now the layout margin start is 2 dp and margin from the top side is 1 dp, just adjusting it little bit. Okay, so now margin from the bottom is 2 dp, and again what we needed here, some properties of the parental constraint layout, like bottom to bottom of parent, and then end to end of is also given as parent. Okay, so one more thing that we have to add, like bias, and horizontal bias is should be 1.0. okay, so start to start of parent. So this is almost completed. Let me add one more thing, like to bottom to top to bottom of, and I just have to give some ID here. I have not made the view yet, but I'm going to make it the view with the ID. But before that, bias from vertical is also 1.0. okay, so this recycler view is completed, and after this recycler view we are going to include something. So it must have some ID, like bar layout, and then we are just going to reference that layout which we are going to add here, like it should be layout app bar layout that we have made up previously. Okay, so now just the properties which are required for the parental constraint layout with some bias, horizontal bias as 1.0. okay, so now start to start off is also given as parent. Again, one more property is there, top to top of, which is also given as parent, and this is the end of this include. Afterwards we have to add some progress bar. Progress bar is needed as we are fetching the data from our API. So to get the data, it must take some time within fetching and showing up to your screen. So that's why we are just adding the progress bar, which will show you that yeah, it is fetching, please wait. Okay, so we are just going to add some properties for it, and I have given the ID for this progress bar, B is capital, and afterwards I'm just giving the style for this progress bar. You can see in the right side of your screen at the top leftmost top that the progress bar appeared there. So let me add some properties which are required for the constraint layout, which is the parent layouts. That's why we are adding such properties right now. And afterwards, like start to start off, which is also given as a parent. So this is completed, the progress bar is completed, and also this main activity is completed. Now I'm just scrolling up littler so that you can correct your code if you have messed up anywhere. Okay, so now we are going to add something, like we need some main menus here. Okay, so we are just going to add it here, menus, and then click on OK. Afterwards I have to create some menu layouts. Okay, menu resource file. Given that, first of all, the main menu, there will be two menus. Okay, one for main menu and second for filtering menu. Okay, that will be needed for that another activity which I am going to create just after this. Okay, so both the menus are created right now. You can see that, and here I have to give some items for this main menu, in which I am giving it as item, and now I have to give the ID for this item like search by district. Okay, and then I have to give the icon, so the icon which we have taken from that vector assets, I'm going to use it here. So it is just one of them, like when you click on that search icon, a search box will appear and you have to just type the location and you will get the price and commodity, all these details listing of the commodities there. Okay, so title I have added like search here and show as action if room. Okay, so this is done. You can see in the right side of your screen it has appeared there. Okay, so now I am in the filter menu. So in the filter menu I have to also add items here. So here in the filtering menu we are just going to use, like, if you want to sort up by the price, sort up by the date, so these options will be provided by this filtering menu. Okay, so here I am giving the ID for the item 1, that is sort by price. Okay, then like adding the title sort by price. Okay, so afterwards just copy it and paste it here and change it to search by date, and this is also price to date. Okay, so these things are completed. This is also completed. Now we need to create one more activity, so I am just clicking on the right button and then new, then activity, and what I need is empty activity. Okay, so empty activity, I have clicked on it, and now I have to give the name for this activity, so I just have to give the name as filter activity. Okay, so for sorting purpose and searching purpose it will be there. Okay, so now the activity is successfully created. You can see that now I'm in the XML file of the filter activity. I have to give the design for this also, so we have to design this. Okay, so what we need, firstly we need the recycler view here with width and height as 0 dp, and it is also 0 dp, and I have to give the ID for this particular recycler view as filter recycler view. Okay, so the ID is successfully given. Now I have to add some more properties for this, and one of them is a margin from the top which is taken as 4 dp, and then the background which we are getting, like what color do you want, like color, and then we have to choose up here like gray. Okay, so it is also done, and now the properties which are necessary for the parental constraint layout, like bottom to bottom of parent, end to end of parent, and start to start of is parent. Okay, so now one more thing, which is top to bottom of, and here I have to give the ID for this view which I'm going to give in here. Okay, Now close this. Okay, so this recycler view is completed. Now we have to give the include. We have to include something like what bar layout, a bar layout, as we have did it in the previous activities. We are just copying that, but in a different way. We have to add few more items within this which are different from the previous XML designs. Okay, so now like what I have to add here, like background, and the background should be from the Android library color, and then holo purple. Okay, so this is done. Like what we have added, we have provided the layout and the layout reference, then added the background color, and now I am just adding the properties which are necessary for the parent constraint layout. Okay, so that it can adjust according to the parent layout or the particular layout with whose ID you have given under these properties. Okay, so now one more thing, like constraint bottom to top of, I have to add it here. So you can just select it. Like first of all I have added wrongly here, that is bottom, and now correct it, and then like top to top of parent. Okay, close this. Include part is completed right now. So now I have to add progress bar here. So first of all let me make some space. Okay, and now I have to add some edit box also, as we are going to search for something na? That's why edit text is needed before the progress bar. Okay, progress bar is the next thing. So let me give the ID for this search by district. Okay, so here the width is given as 0 dp and height is wrap content. Afterwards the margin from this start is 8 dp, and then autofill hints are there. Okay, and EMS is given as 10 for this particular layout, and let me give the hint like search here. Okay, so you can see in the right side of your screen the implementation is being converted into the design part from the code, and input type is text person name, and then padding from the top is 10 dp, and then padding from the bottom is also taken as 10 dp. Visibility, it is visible right now, that's why I added the visibility as visible. Now the properties of the constraint layout, like top to top of, but bottom to top of, which we are needed right now. Okay, and here I have to give the ID like filter recycler view. Okay, so now one more property is needed, like start to start off and given as parent. Okay, so again, which is end to start off, ID is given there, but ID is different, like search by search button. Okay, search button, we are going to just make it after this added text. Okay, so now bottom to bottom of bar layout, then it is completed. Now we have to work on this search button, so let me go for the image button. Okay, so wrap content, the width and the height is also wrap content. Let me give the ID for this image button called search button, and then we have to add few more properties for this, like content description is there, in which we have to add like search only. Okay, and afterwards we have to add a few more properties like to end of, then parent, the properties which are required for the constraint layout, and then again top to bottom of, and the ID has been given as bar layout. Okay, Afterwards I have to give the location of that image that we are going to looking for, so that it can appear within this. Okay, so it had appeared, you can see in the right side of your screen. Okay, image button is completed. Now we have to add some more properties, some more views, and one of them is progress bar. We are going to use two progress bar, one for fetching and the other one for filtering. Okay, so the progress bar ID is given as progress bar 2, and then the width and height is given as wrap content. Also the margin from the bottom side is being given as 16 dp, and constraint layout property bottom to bottom off, and then end to end off. Afterwards we have to give something like a start to start off parent. Okay, so you can see that now this is also completed. So this progress bar is completed, and we have to add one more progress bar. So I just have to copy it. I will just copy it and paste it here. Okay, so what we have to change is the ID, make it 3, and then few more properties like margin is being cancelled, and then we have to make change within these constraint layout properties. So let me add something like to top of and then parent. Okay, so now one more thing, like bias, horizontal bias, we are going to get it here 0.5. okay, so it is almost completed, this progress bar having the ID progress bar 3. Okay, one more thing, we added like a style for this progress bar which we have missed for that previous progress bar also. So I just gave it here Android, then attribute progress bar style, and copy and paste it for this progress bar also. We have messed up this thing in the previous progress bar also. Okay, so let me scroll it down so that you can see this. Let me change this property to top, so that now you can see that everything is good. Okay, just scrolling down. If you have messed up at anywhere, then please pause the video and correct your code. Okay, so everything is good. Now I should move out to the Java coding part. So first of all, let me check out if there's any error within this XML so that I can correct it. I'm just verifying it, and I just have to change these colors. Okay, I'm using the hex values. Hex values is a good idea instead of this. So you can see that these things. So I just have to change these colors. I'm not gonna use the library of Android color. I just have to use the hex colors also there. So here I have to give some like rupees also. Okay, so correct it also. Okay, then let me check out what else I can correct right now, and let me move out to this app bar layout XML and see if there's any need for addition. So okay, so the color for this background should also be changed, as it is not appearing in the right side of the screen. It should appear. Okay, so if I make it to the hex value, then it will be appear. So the hex color, like you have to give the values like 9400, and in the meanwhile you can see in the right side that the color is appearing.